Cross-posting. I know many of you as resellers cross-post on other selling platforms, and this latest move by Macari has caused me to stop and think whether I should or not. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to go over what's sold. Join me, shall you? Well, hello everybody. My name is Ben, the Rocky Top Picker. Welcome back to the Rocky Top Cabin. And we're going to get into some sales today. And we were talking in the opening about cross-posting. And I'd say many of you do a lot of cross-posting or cross-listing on other selling platforms. And I know Macari has made a big move in the reselling community to draw more sellers to their site. But you better read on. If you're just now hearing this news, you should read more about the other changes that they've made to their platform, which I have to admit at first, it grabbed my attention for sure, especially as sellers on eBay, we pay a lot in fees. But we're going to talk a little bit more about that Macari move and what I've decided to do in just a minute. But right now, let's look at some sales. Okay, everybody, we have 13 orders going out for $337.42. First up come from that bulk t-shirt buy, the South Florida Bulls, and this is a size XL. You know, in t-shirts, the sizes that sell best for me are the large and XL large sizes. And this sold, this went on sale, $4.80 plus shipping. One of my other things that's, well, I'm a collector of and I like to sell as well, even though it's not big money, is Hot Wheels. And this is the Hot Wheels Back to the Future time machine from the Screen Time set. This sold for $6.99 plus shipping. Barware has always sold well for me, and this is a napkin caddy, and you can put your stir sticks or whatever in these compartments, straws or stir sticks, napkins in here for a bar. This is an 1800 tequila caddy, sold $18.95 plus shipping. One of the many things that I purchased, man, back in the winter time when I went to a vintage toy show, is I went to one guy's table and bought 4 or 5 car kit models, and this was one of the last ones that I had. This is a 67 Ford Mustang GT Fastback, still sealed, although the box does have a little damage on the top, but it's still a sealed model kit. $17 plus shipping. Now, just a few weeks ago, I listed a bunch of these wrestling die-cast cars, and I did them in lots of 10, and had a buyer come along and purchase 3 different lots of these cars, and they're all lots of 10. So I have 3 boxes full of them, just like you see right here, and these went for $28 plus shipping, which is $41.39 all in, times 3 going to one buyer. I like the multi-item purchases when you get them. So one of the things that grabbed my attention when Macari made the announcement that they're having 0 seller fees on their platform, well, naturally, as a reseller on eBay, that's going to get anyone's attention. Now, I like that a lot, but what I didn't like is the fact that they're allowing 72 hours for a return for any reason. Any reason. So I was excited when I first saw no seller fees, and I was actually getting ready to set up an account, but I went and read more. And when I read that there is actually returns allowed 72 hours after purchase for any reason, I quickly scrubbed that idea. You know, it's hard enough to deal with returns as an eBayer. Not that they happen very often, but when they do, it's a pain in the boop. So that right there, that made me change my mind about even listing on Macari, even when there's no seller fees involved. You know, to me, it's a ploy to get a lot more sellers onto the platform to increase the availability of product. But one thing that, to me, that it fails to do is, for the fact that the fees that we as sellers have been paying on eBay on Macari is going to be passed on to the buyer. And to me, that's not going to be a legitimate way to increase buying traffic when you're just flipping the fees around and putting it all on the buyer. Now, I'm not against that, but for a relatively new site like Macari, it remains to be seen if that is going to increase the traffic to their site as far as buyers. So I guess it's a wait and see option. But as of now, I'm not going to make any moves over to Macari despite the 0 selling fees. Sold another hat, a Thea black embroidered baseball cap. Had this one for a while. Picked this up. Golly, I pick these hats up all the time at yard sales. Less than $1 in it, $6 plus shipping. Now, I'm going to show you what's sold next, but I don't want you all laughing or leaving me any crazy comments, but they are tie, not in Beanie Babies, but the tie Beanie Kids. Yep. I actually collected these way back when they came out and pulled them out of my storage, and I thought, well, I would rather list them and sell them as to donate them. So there is a lot of 7. That one's got killer green hair. Look at that. That's how I look when I wake up in the morning. That's what my hair looks like. But there's a lot of 7 of these, and these sold for $18 plus shipping. I like selling smalls, and what I mean by that is the fact that they take up very little room and they're easy to ship. One buyer purchased 2 pins, the Tennessee Volunteer State Travel Souvenir Collector pin, and these sold for $3.19 a piece. One buyer bought 2. Appreciate it. A die-cast collectible plane right here, 1932 Stearman biplane. This sold $12.95 plus shipping. Video game lot, Gears of War 2 and 3 right here. I bundled them together. These 2 sold for $11.95 plus shipping. So all in all, when you sell smalls and you sell a lot of them, they do add up. 13 orders for $337.42. I'm not going to complain about that. If you like this content, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go down below and hit subscribe. It's free. Doesn't cost you a thing. And if you want to support the channel in other ways, I do have memberships available also to the Rocky Top Picker channel. Don't forget, if you've not seen the Reseller Locker Room podcast, we crank out episodes every week over on that channel that I'm a co-host of. Go over there and see me and the guys at the Reseller Locker Room podcast. And don't forget also, Highway 127 sale is coming up quick. The meetup, the picking on the plateau with the Reseller Locker Room guys and myself is co-hosting with Caleb and Josh, the 2 Old Guys Reselling podcast. They're in Crossville, Tennessee. August 2nd is a Friday night meetup. It's going to be food, giveaways, a live auction, so much fun. And then the night before on Thursday, we're having the Reseller Locker Room bowling tournament. If you want to sign up to go bowling with us, and you don't even have to be a good bowler, it's all just for fun. Click on my information on Instagram, Rocky Top Picker 73. Let me know you want to come to the bowling thing on Thursday night before the main meetup. And we would love to have you out there. Me and the guys are going to split up into teams, and we're going to have a fun night at the bowling alley with everybody. So come out and see us. Make sure you get signed up for that. And as always, I cannot wait to see you right back here on good old Rocky Top. Boom! Has caused me to give it a real good thinking about. Cut.